Hello, this is the Forsworndragon, and I just want to do a quick video on walling off your base. The current meta is to wall off your base from the maze so that runners have a harder time getting into it. It offers several advantages, including obviously stopping people when it's night, getting them trapped out, slowing them down, getting into your base, giving them more time to plan a defense, and yeah, that sort of thing. So, first of all, I'm going to talk about the mechanics of scaling, as in scaling a wall. First, water. It's easy, you can place it and get it over pretty much anything. It is by far the most versatile thing in Maze Run at the moment. So if you can, you should be carrying it, but quite often you can't. So alternatively, you can use vines, which are freely accessible. Stuff that up. But they are freely accessible on the side of the maze, and almost as good. And if you do it right, like I did then, it's actually probably faster than water. And I've been stuffing it up recently. But yeah, so don't forget vines. And the third thing is blocks. So in this case, dirt. And you can just build up. It's slower and not as effective simply because you can't build where I would have just built there outside the maze. You can still build inside the gates, but that won't always be available. So, moving on to tools. You should always carry tools just to break blocks quicker, even not just walls. Getting into princesses and stuff, it's very important to carry tools. You should be carrying them. So I am now going to move on to some of the designs of walls. So the first one here we see is made out of dirt, and it's got several things wrong with it. First of all, it is made out of dirt, so it's virtually non-existent. It's not worth anything. It's really easy to get across. It's flat, so you can easily get over with vines. And also, as you can see, it's built within these gates. Now, that's not a problem during the day, but as soon as it turns to night, these blocks are going to despawn, and you're going to lose them. And you're going to have to build your wall again. So, not a very good design, not very resource efficient or time efficient, so I would not advise using this one. Next we have just a standard wooden one. This is the most common one you'll find, although it has been built within the gates, so once again a big mistake there. And it's flat, it's pretty easy to get over, but it's also easy to get out into the maze. So yeah, that's that one. Now moving on to this one. This one's designed to be resource efficient, and it is because look at it, it's stone brick, and if you don't have the tools or a method of scaling, it's going to take you a long time to get through. Well, relatively long time. So it is still easily susceptible to vines and water. If you bring a tool, it's virtually non-existent. So resource efficient, but quite often not very useful if the players know what they're doing. Moving on to this one is the same as that one, it's just been built on the other side, built smarter, but obviously now it's susceptible to building over. So it allows people who weren't planning on scaling to be able to scale, because a lot of people will still carry blocks, often not intentionally. This one's resource efficient, and it's the most common one you'll find. It's pretty good. If people don't know what they're doing or if they're in a rush, like it's about to turn to night, then that's a good one to have. But there are better ones. So moving on to this one. This one's designed, it's the same height and stuff as this one, but this one's designed to counteract tools, or lack thereof. So, as you can see, I have to switch tools, which takes time to get through. In a lot of cases, that's not that much time because I got stone stuff, but wood stuff will still take a fair amount of time and switching. And if you don't, well, you're gonna have a hard time. It's pretty resource efficient because it only uses half the stone bricks as you would for a full stone brick wall. But yeah, it's pretty good. Moving on to this one. This is where we start to get some less mediocre stuff. Double negative. Less mediocre stuff. So this one's fencing. Fencing takes a while to break, so it's good. You can't place water on it, you can't place vines on it. That's the main advantage, so they can't go straight over. However, if they're smart, which I actually haven't seen anyone do this in Maze Runner, so don't worry too much about this, unless they've seen this video, obviously. They can vine over the sides or water over the sides just as easily, like that. But not many people do that, so you shouldn't have to worry too much about that. However, if they do bring an axe, it's really easy to break into. The other advantage here is that you can see through the sides and you can shoot arrows through the sides. So while they're breaking your wall, you can shoot them. So it's really good defense, and it's really, really good for fending people off when it's turning to night and they're going to get stuck out there. So moving on to the next one, quick credit to Salty for this design. This one is an adaptation of this one to make it more versatile and just generally stronger. So even if they're carrying an axe, they need a pickaxe to get through the stone, and if not, if they just have fists, they're going to have a really bad time getting in. Obviously, by having it 3 up, you can't vine up. You can steal water, but as I said, only one person carries water, so you shouldn't have to face too much problems with that. Obviously, they can still vine the sides, but that's right. And once again, it does allow you to shoot through the sides. So it is a good design. It's probably the best design I've seen. I went and adapted it a bit better. So it looks the same on this side, but if we go over to the other side, I've added some blocks here. So if they're breaking through the middle, which you should never do, you should be breaking through the sides. But if they break through the middle, they have to break an extra block. So that's good. In addition, you got the vines there ready to go over, jump straight over. So that's it's a really good thing to have. Allows you to go straight over. And finally, add a fencing at the top, and this will stop if they have water. This allows it to be effective against water as well. So there's water there, and now if they're not looking at the walls, which they should be doing, but a lot of people won't, they're gonna have to break the fence to get through. But obviously you can just vine over. And yeah, on this side, you just vine your wall, and you can go straight over. Great. All right. Thanks for watching. Ugh. If you found that useful, do leave a subscription or a like, or post a picture or something and link it in the comments of different wall designs. I'll be interested. Also, I have some much more extravagant wall designs if you're interested to see them, but they're not quite as useful as these ones. So yeah, if you enjoyed it, or if you found it informative, please subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Thanks, guys.